Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
Good morning, Gloucester.
I got mine in.
You got
everything? There it is.
the retainers. So these are Chris's, what do they call those again?
Invisalign.
Invisalign. It's got 8 months left, Christopher.
8 months. Yeah. See?
Wow.
Have you noticed the difference since you started?
Wait. Go ahead.
Good.
Oh!
Back up, you might get a
Yeah.
focus. So how long have you had them on?
2 months?
2 months. Do you notice anything different?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah. I think there was a gap between my two front teeth, and I think that is closing. But some of the other stuff down below, I haven't seen much improvement just yet.
So we're talking about Chris got Invisalign, which it's a commitment, right?
It's a commitment. It's
I can't even spell it.
a year and a couple month commitment. And it's an investment too. I mean, it's $6,000.
$6,000.
Wow.
Yeah, $6,000. Yeah.
Somebody said, "Tell Chris to put a hat on." We're twins now. We're twinning. Bald.
Yeah, but it's growing.
It's growing in. Yeah, I don't.
Is this used? Oh, Jesus. I'm not wearing that. Oh, hang on. I got one right here.
Oh, there you go.
Bringing it back from the past.
Now we're talking.
Oh,
there we go.
How's that?
Now we're talking.
So, we got a bunch of people chiming in. Drew says he'll give you his hockey mouthpiece for $600. That's great.
Do you have your jock strap too?
You could use that.
Oh, he didn't wear a cup. Didn't he tell us he didn't wear a cup? And
Drew, you must have worn a cup back then.
I don't know.
Because they were big guys.
I know, but I think he needed more speed, and the cup got in his way. His small bichidela.
Wayne Moulton is going to be making a special trip to Gloucester to bring back some merchandise that may or may not have been taken from the mailbox.
You didn't understand.
He did not. There was a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Moulton family, his cup is in the hockey fall. The Merrimack College Hockey Hall of Fame is where Drew Hale's cup resides.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you want to see how small it is, why don't you stop by the Hall of Fame?
Kim Warshall is with us. Wayne, the mailman,
Hey.
sexy famous mailman.
Ed
Steve
Collin, I haven't heard from Ed in a while. Hi, Ed.
Ed's still alive, still kicking. They can't. He's like a cockroach. They can't kill him.
Come on. Good to see you, Ed.
Annie Roja, Kathy Barlow. It's a nice smile, Chris.
Oh.
And we have Isabel Peck joining us in a little while to talk about a big event coming up this weekend. Another one of the amazing Gloucester 400 events.
Nice.
Speaking of Drew Hale, he alerted us to this breaking news story. A very, very right here. This came over the wires here.
Breaking news.
A highly dangerous virus called weekly overload recreation killer, otherwise the acronym is WORK, is currently going around. If you come in contact with this WORK virus, you should immediately go to the nearest Biological Anxiety Relief Center, otherwise acronym is BAR, to take antidotes known as WORK Isolating Neutralizer Extract, wine, radioactive unwork medicine, rum, bothersome employer elimination rebooter, beer, or vaccine official depression killing antigen, vodka. Please repost this to bring awareness. We're nothing if not a conduit to the community for this very informative breaking news segment. There you go.
And no shots are needed.
No shots
for this virus.
Not this type of shots.
No.
We got that going for us.
Yeah. Fauci, and Fauci has no involvement in this virus.
No.
He was taken off of our committee, who looks into these very dangerous viruses.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of restaurants or areas that definitely took that. I see the sign hanging up.
Yeah.
So they're definitely
Beer.
taking into this.
Yeah. Yeah. So
saying get your wine,
get your beer,
vodka.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Beat the
visit
virus.
one of those centers.
Beat the virus. Drink here. Yes.
So Chris recently ran into Wayne Moulton's brother Jim. Is he from the? Is he a swinger from the Villages as well?
Yeah.
Did you ask him what color? Did you ask him what color loofah?
I didn't. I didn't. If they might be on, maybe they can again share what color loofah. But the big news for Wayne's brother was that he played in one of the biggest member guests that Bass Rocks has each year, and he played with Mike Lane, former police chief here in Gloucester, and they won their flight, which is a big deal. They didn't win overall, but they won their flight.
Wow.
And then the next day, I saw him and his two sisters at Charlie's, and I did the move on Jim, Wayne's brother, and on Annette, Wayne's sister.
I know she came. Well, you were here when she came by last week, right?
Yeah, she gave us these nice little gifts.
So you guys went to. Don't bury the lead here. You guys went to
Charlie's.
Yeah, and that's a fried clam plate.
The clams were unbelievable, even though I took a French fry, not a clam.
You've been
pull up the arancini. Like they had arancini for a special, and these were very worthy. I'm telling you, they were very worthy, and they had two flavors. They had steak and cheese and broccoli and cheese.
Really?
That's the steak and cheese right there.
That looks outstanding.
It was great. And I had the crab cake sandwich. Nothing too big, perfect size with their coleslaw. Coleslaw was outstanding, and the value. You can't beat the value at Charlie's. But what the thing that was missing at Charlie's was you had Wayne's three siblings. They didn't invite Wayne. They didn't invite Wayne. There was an open chair, and I said, "Where's Wayne?" And they're like, "Shh, please don't bring this up on the podcast because he doesn't know that we're at Charlie's." Right. We didn't really want to invite him.
Did they know he was in? They were in town.
Oh, he knew. Yeah, they had spent some time.
They just needed alone time.
They needed some alone time away from Wayne.
The sexy mailman.
Yeah. When family's in town,
famous.
Yeah. But Joe, they keep inviting us to the Villages. Annette said, "You have to get down here this winter."
I think they would have a parade for us.
I think so.
I think they would get their carts and their loafers, and they all wave them at us.
Let's go. What do you think is going to happen if we go there?
Annette,
do you have such a hard on to go there because of the swinging aspect?
We have to. When we're so reputable, a news source for Gloucester, you have to go investigate, Joe. You can't be afraid to face and go onto the.
I say when Goodnight Naples goes, then we go.
Yeah. We have to make a field trip when you're down.
There is a cigar bar there. We have been informed that there's a cigar bar there.
Yeah, and she said we could stay with her.
Oh.
And Jim said the same thing, Wayne's brother. Like, we have plenty of room. You can stay with us. And that's when I'm like, see, here we go. So I'm a little nervous, but
Kate's
good reporters
right now, and she's going.
Good reporters have to do their job.
Due diligence. They call that in the business.
Wow.
Fact checking. We need to fact check.
Yeah.
Kathy Barlow wants live reports.
Live reports from the swinger room, from the dungeon,
from the red room, from the red room.
So someone asked me yesterday where they should go for fried clams in town. Had I seen that picture from Charlie's Place, I might have sent them there. Where I want to hear from all of our viewers. What are your go-to places for fried clams? Jim, what's your go-to place for fried clams?
Well, I really like the Essex fried. But if I had to go right here, stay in Gloucester,
Give it 2. Give one in Essex and one in Gloucester.
Jimmy,
Okay.
and we only have an hour, Jimmy.
Yeah.
all right, come back
Speed
to
it
me.
up, too. All right.
Seaport.
Seaport Grill.
Yeah, Seaport Grill
Really?
has great fried clams, and they give you a lot. But I'm hearing the lobster here is supposed to have great clams. I haven't eaten there yet. There's takeout only, but I'm hearing good things about their fried food.
And so you don't have an Essex one?
Oh, I go to Woodman's.
Woodman's.
Is usually my
I go-
go-to.
Essex Seafood, and I would go over to the Blue Oyster. The
Blue Oyster
Collar.
Cult.
Yeah.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah, the Blue Oyster.
Blue
Cult.
Oyster Cult.
Yep.
There's that. So there's that.
Blue Marlin for Wayne.
So a lot of people say Blue Marlin. I hear, I think that
Causeway.
Blue
Yeah,
Marlin, Causeway.
Oh boy, good answer.
Causeway. Steve
Causeway,
Causeway.
good answer.
Yeah.
Causeway known for their
Yeah.
portions.
No,
Oh my God. Yeah.
Known for the portions. Locals know to go there in the winter because the summer is just mobbed over there.
right, and it's time pretty soon.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well, you
soon,
know, you
winter
still
will
get
be
the-
here.
Yeah, but the fall is still busy there because you get the leaf peepers.
Yeah.
And pretty much we're in fall now. Summer's over.
Yeah. Long sleeve shirt. I mean, I'm wearing my flannel underwear already.
Oh.
My flannel boxers.
Over Drew Hale's
Yeah.
Merrimack Hockey Cup. Used.
You better bring that back.
There's that.
They're looking for it, you know.
Chris has some big news that he brought to the forefront. The cut on Main Street. You talked to the manager,
Yeah.
or the potential manager.
Well, yeah. He's over at Drift, and he, I think, has now left the Drift and was hired to manage the cut. And what he's telling me is that the cut will be open November 1st. So
I think that's a big statement.
yeah, I mean,
Because
we
we
all
have-
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Every time a restaurant, when there's liquor involved, the boards seem to find a way to delay their opening like by 2 months. So when I talk, because we always in advance, we always get the inside peeks at all these places. Whatever they tell me, in my head, I add 2 months. So if he said November 1st, I'm saying January 1st.
Yeah.
And anybody want to put their, we could circle back to this. Pat will keep track. I'm saying January 1st. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go based on what he told me. I'm going with November 1st.
November 1st. Okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Okay, I'll go right in the middle. I'll say by December 1st after Thanksgiving.
Okay. There you go.
I'll go there.
Pat, what do you got, Pat? Anybody want to venture a guess? So the cut, if you haven't known, is the music hall that's going to be opened up at the former CVS location.
Which is where, in case people don't
You have
go
to
to
give
Google
the
Maps.
address, Joe. Joe. People are going to be going to the bridge now looking
they-
for alcohol.
the cut,
Oh, Pat said February 1st.
downtown CVS. I don't know, Main Street. So there's that. Chris also brought up Wynwood Grill
Yeah.
recently changed hands. It's Bella Vita.
Bella Vita. Tuesday was their grand opening. I went on their website this morning because I follow them, and I was just curious what their menu looked like, and it was, it looked good.
Yeah.
I have never been in that restaurant.
Oh, it
Wynwood
was
Grill.
it was a old school. Yeah, okay, Hearthside.
Yeah,
Is it Hearthside? The Hearth.
in
What's the
in
place?
Essex,
No, what's the place in Ipswich? 1620 Hard House.
Hard House.
Reminded me very, very much of the
Yeah.
the fireplace.
Yeah,
There's still the post and
Okay.
beam, kind of like old school.
Yeah.
And you can get you always could get the classics like the prime rib dinner and the,
yeah.
that the spreadable cheese.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wayne,
But,
the sexy mailman, the famous sexy mailman, would know the address. He probably delivers mail there.
177 Main Street.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah.
On point, Wayne.
We're gonna have to go for a field trip.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
So it's Italian, right?
It's Italian.
Yep.
And they have a lunch menu, and the prices looked very reasonable.
Right.
They weren't gouge like.
They have a bar.
I'm
I
gonna
know
be
that.
perfectly honest with you. When I saw that picture of that arancini at Charlie's place,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else. I am obsessed with that.
That was a special, so I don't know how often
Oh my
they
God.
make those.
Okay, well, I think they listen down there
Yeah.
in Charlie. So maybe
Yeah.
that special could go one more day.
Yeah.
True Hale says, sorry, he can't be there today. He's installing a storm door, not on my house. Hale Construction, we are big fans of Hale Design Build. And by the way, Hale Design Build did Drew donated materials and time to the West Parish lab there,
Outdoor lab.
the outdoor lab
For the virus, for that work virus.
He volunteered time and materials repairing the West Parish Science Park. Congratulations also to Alessia Connolly and the West Parish PTO for coordinating and organizing. Yeah. And we should also mention we just figured out that our friend Chris Plant was the original builder of a lot of that space, and that was about 15, 20 years ago when his kids were there.
Yeah,
so it's pretty cool story.
Definitely.
Grand opening tonight at Bella Vita. Good and drinks are excellent. Christian Fleming. I don't know who. I've never heard that name before. Maybe a new person to the.
Oh, is it grand opening today?
Tonight at Bella Vita. So they probably had the friends and family.
Tuesday. Yeah. Well, maybe friends and family was Tuesday.
Opens at noon.
I thought I read there was like a 20% off.
25% off. Yeah.
Drew wants us to know also that Seaside Glass and the Building Center donated materials as well for that project.
That's great that 3 prominent people here can get together and just say, I can see Drew right now saying, let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Which is, so I know I got my hat off. You guys leave your hat on because the glare would be bad. But I'm taking my hat off. There it is. I appreciate it.
You got that going for you.
So last night I went to Salted Cod and I completed the Triple Crown. The trifecta, as we're calling it. So on their menu, there's a spritz. There are 3 different flavored spritzes. And if you drink all 3 of them, you don't get anything. But other than just, a sense of accomplishment that you drank 3 very refreshing,
delicious
spritzes.
So are you challenging
and
Pat?
Not too sweet.
And not too sweet.
You're challenging Pat, aren't you? You're
Pat,
throwing it out there.
Yes. Actually, like the water bucket challenge. So my challenge goes out to Pat Dalpiaz to do the trifecta at the Salted Cod. Spritzer.
So that place is at the top of my list of new openings for this year.
Yeah,
it's amazing. And so the people that Pat done and done, she says from the rafters. So they don't have beer. They have beer and wine, beer and wine license. But nowadays, for all the people that wouldn't go into a place if they didn't have like hard spirits like vodka or rum or something, they have all the spritzes are like a mixed drink and a very high alcohol content.
Yeah, it's the highest alcohol content drink that they have because of their limitation with the wine and beer.
If you drink 3 of these within an hour and a half, you're going to have a buzz. There's no question.
Last night I was loopity looped.
But one of the main things I love about that place is the picky food.
Yeah.
That menu is very simple, but like you can get something relative. What did I get? The ravi? No, the
beef
empanadas.
Yeah, the beef empanadas.
Out of this world. So Andy Rochon says Bluefin Blowout ALZ Alzheimer's check being presented tonight at Beauport. No.
We have it on our calendar for the 7th.
No, it's not tonight, Annie. I think it might be next week, Thursday, the September 7th. Yeah. It's not tonight, Annie. You got that on the wrong thing.
Annie, you can go.
Yeah, give us a report, Annie.
Give us a report, Annie.
So there's that.
How does Chris know the difference between what? The drinks?
I don't know.
Yeah, but Salted Cod was bursting at the seams because people may have heard that the studio, unfortunately, is closed for the remainder of the year. So very, very upsetting because that is such a nice spot. So people are driving up there thinking that they're going to go to the studio, and it's closed. So they're like, "Oh, shit!" Either the rudder or
Yeah.
salted cod, and a lot of them have been filtering into the salted cod.
And the Rutter's schedule is, it's not open every day.
It's not open every day, and it's small. So if you don't have a reservation,
So I'm nervous about promoting. So, I have this push and pull promoting salted
I
cod
know.
because I like it so much
Yeah.
that I want to be able to go there
Right.
and hang out.
Right.
And I feel like it's so small. And they're working on getting, I think, 24 more seats, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
Well, not to make anyone, get emotional or feel bad or anything about kids going to college, but that's what's going on with the studio. They're reporting that all the workers that they had, they're all going to school, and they went, we can't keep it together. So
there's signs up everywhere.
Yep.
Well,
some other
now
places,
hiring.
The sign in particular at the studio says they're closed for the 2024 season.
I think
It's fucking unbelievable.
Don't worry about that.
Don't pay no attention.
Pay no
attention to what
Maybe
it
that's
says.
a little
I know
foreshadowing.
I know Caitlin at the Cape Ann Lanes. I was over there with family when they were visiting, and I was talking to her a little bit, and she said, "Hey, you got anybody? Because our busy season is going to start picking up in the winter."
Oh, cool.
And so Caitlin's looking for some
That'd be a
people too.
perfect job for me.
Yeah.
Hey,
great place.
I mean, I'm a bowling
you could be the bartender there.
champion. But other news, salted cod. Tom was telling me that they are getting their cordial license, which is going to allow them to make or bring in Aperol. Believe it or not, Aperol is not part of your beer and wine license. So we're going to have a fourth spritz option, Aperol spritz. But he's going to be able to bring in Baileys for the coffee for the winter, a little Baileys. So
that's all I need.
Danny,
you're killing Pat.
Oh, Danny, that's all I need.
You're killing Pat right now.
Pat.
We got with Bob Rogers.
Bob Rogers Bob Rogers and Bob Latassa also worked on getting the science park maintenance and repair of the mechanisms in the towers. Bob, Mike, Blair, and Bob Rogers were the original designers and builders of the towers. And there you go.
There you go.
Nice. That.
Community effort.
Effort. Speaking of Cape Ann Lanes, they have a rainy day deal, Cape Ann Lanes family deal, bowling and pizza for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the cost is, but it's a rainy day deal.
That's what we did when we had the family here and we had that downpour. One of the many that we
downpours. Yeah.
We couldn't get on. The whale watch was canceled that we were supposed to go on, so we went over and got the deal, and it was great. We had had our own lane, and what I loved is little Scoony Boo Boo. He loved throwing the ball, but when you put in that it's going to be Schooner, the bumpers come up in time, and they have what they call it's like an alligator. No, it's like an elephant or something. They slide this thing down and you slide the ball down.
It's easy. The kids put it on, and there's a chance that it might go down the middle of the room.
Absolutely loved it. He just loved putting stuff on there. He put shoes. We had to stop him from putting the pizza on it. I mean, he just loved it.
So my stepson Connor, it's like one of his favorite pizzas in town.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm like, it's good to me. It's good pizza.
Yeah.
Definitely not bad pizza, but the best pizza.
Wow.
So I think a lot of kids really, and actually my wife likes it too.
Have you done a pizza challenge? When's the last time you did a pizza challenge?
We're due for a challenge.
Yeah.
We are due for a challenge.
We have so many pizza places here in
so
town.
we'd have to do the nominations. The nominations would pare it down to the X amount.
And we also have new pizza places just opened up too.
And some that are not opened yet that are opening.
Yeah.
Like Sal's.
Where's that going to open?
Sal's going to open up right across the street from the Causeway, from the theater.
Across the street is Mile Marker.
No, the Gas and Grass?
Causeway.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we said, in that, there's going to be a pizza place there?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm here in Sal's.
Think about all the people. Well, they have Poseidon's, but think about all the people that may go there. How bad that's going to hurt Poseidon's.
Yeah.
Everybody from West Gloucester. What's the closest place for pizza if you live in West Gloucester? Poseidon's, right?
Or you
go down to
Magnolia.
Well, for me, when I lived in West Gloucester, it was Poseidon's. But some might make the drive up to firing up or fired up.
Right.
Right,
Or
go around.
Pizza, yeah.
when the Magnolia Cafe was open, that pizza we always enjoyed.
Oh, 525.
Yeah. Well, and the 525 pizzas.
525
525
pizzas
has
always
very
good.
good pizza.
I mean, there's so
always.
many. I think we should try pizza from everywhere.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
just starting to get down to a reasonable weight.
I know, but again,
The devil.
as investigators,
He is the
you
devil.
have to do our
We
job.
may have to open that up to everybody.
I don't even
You gotta
know.
make 100 pizzas and
All right, we have a topic here. I don't even know what I'm going to open this graphic. I don't even know what it is.
Uh-oh. What if it's a naked picture?
I know.
The worst. So what is this? Oh, this is the worst. Oh, this
Worst
is
drivers.
This
That's
is the
funny.
worst of based on statistics. These different states, although are actually by the numbers per capita the worst.
Oh, wow.
So Massachusetts known
Voted by who?
It's actually by numbers.
Really?
Yeah, worst drivers per capita. Massachusetts. Drug use, that's Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Breast cancer,
Ooh.
Connecticut. I would have thought that would have been New Jersey.
Daily commute in New York.
Daily commute. Arson. I don't even know half these states. That's not Ohio. That's Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Speaking of New York, real quick, that is your typical, that the daily commute on Long Island is what they're talking about. But they put it all for upstate. And I'm telling you, they want to separate. They want Long Island to be a separate state than upstate New York. That's so typical.
That's interesting.
How about, is that Washington or Oregon? What's up in the top left? That's Washington.
Washington.
What do you want?
Bestiality?
Yeah, that's Washington.
Oh, Jesus.
What actually is bestiality? Is that having sex with an
animal?
That's what I thought.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Hey,
Yeah.
Siri, what is bestiality?
I don't even want
She
to.
can't
I
respond
really
to
don't want to. I don't even want to know, to be honest with you.
Joe, we're reporters.
How is the oldest state? Oh, oldest people. The people live the longest.
Oh, really?
Oh,
look at Oklahoma, female criminals.
Let's see. Where did that? So Eloise is in the nerdy, going to college in the nerdiest state.
So, Joe, bestiality is sexual relations between a human being and a lower animal.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. All right, we can get on that. There's that. All right, we're gonna go.
What is it?
Hold it.
What?
You just looking at things.
We didn't report that Jimmy and I played golf yesterday.
Oh, and we have proof.
Yep, we have proof.
I got through the tree, I think.
There it is. Rate the swing. Now we want you to rate that swing.
Yeah.
The hip move. You're very fluid in the hips, Jim. Pat must be very happy with how fluid those hips are.
Yeah, he really takes out his left hip, which is not a bad thing, actually. If you think of Scotty Scheffler, for anybody who watches the PGA Tour, he's the guy where his is it his front foot?
He does a lift.
Yeah, he completely spins out of the thing. And the key about hitting a good golf ball is clearing out that left hip so you can turn into the ball. So I think Jimmy's got that going for him.
I'm honored to play with.
So should we talk? Should we talk about my theory? I want to hear people's reactions.
Go ahead.
So Chris
Tell
told
him what happened.
I'll tell him. So Chris is obviously qualified for the Senior Mass Am. Huge honor. 5 different locations. The 11 highest, best, lowest scores, lowest scores from each of the 5 tournaments made the cut to go into the actual tournament on
5th and 6th.
The 5th and 6th of September. Big honor. Everybody, it's the best of the best because if you make the cut, it's those 49 people from each of these other tournaments that didn't make it, and only 11 from each of these mini tournaments do. So Chris told me he was going to play with Brandon Pratt, who's a very good golfer, golfs all the time.
Yeah.
And then he said that he was going to be playing with Jimmy. And I said, these are my exact words. So because you're right here, and I want you to understand what I said. I says, I love Jimmy. I says, I think it's an absolutely terrible move for Chris to play with Jimmy before the tournament. I says, can you reschedule and play every day with him after the tournament? Because, and I'm going to speak as a tennis player. When I was a tennis player, when I played down, my game went to shit.
Yeah.
But tennis is also one-on-one.
Yeah.
Golf, you're not playing what he does not affect your score.
Right, but visually it does.
Visually it does. So I was very disappointed that Chris and Jimmy went golfing, because I feel like it's going to affect his.
But he inspired me. He inspired me because he did play much better than I thought he would. Number one. Number two, for those of you who play golf, when you get it on the green and you putt it close to the hole, the general rule is if you're a putter grip away from the hole, the guy you're playing with, if it's just a general pickup round, the guy that you're competing with would just say, that's good, take it away. Fucking Jimmy didn't give me any putts. I'm like on the lip. The thing is dangling, and I'm waiting for him to say, take it away, and he had me putt it. I mean, so
I do like that part of it.
I'm trying to figure out protocol, and I know my space on the golf course, and I didn't realize I was supposed to say those things. And
well, that's fair.
Until one time when it was really close, he just went, Jimmy, you're supposed to say this. And so now I tell him all the time. I saw him yesterday just before he had a few more French fries left in his plate. I went, Chris, you're good. It's all right.
But he was using different terminology. The word you have to use is that's good or pick it up. But he was saying other stuff like subliminally. He thought that I knew what it meant. So he wanted to give it to me, but he didn't want to give it to me.
I'm going to give you the scenario in the background. Pat is on the back end of this saying, yes, someone else understands. Yes, someone else understands.
Well, he said that at one point when he didn't give it to me, and I looked at him. He goes, what did you say?
I know. We went over.
I think I was married to you in my previous life.
Were we married before in our previous life? I know that look.
I know that look.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good morning. Yes. Good morning to Be a Man. He's with us. Play 18 holes with a putter. Be a man. He was on with for the big fight. He was on with
the UFC.
He was on with those guys, the Barstool guys.
Oh, really?
I saw a couple of clips with him. Yeah, he did a good job.
Oh, nice.
He was at the fight night, and he was with Caleb, the guy that does the interview. Really funny.
Oh, he's
Sundays.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were in Boston. Number one, and then I told Brendan, I said, "Geez, I would have maybe thought about buying tickets. I would love to go see a fight." But the main fight didn't get over until like 1:30 in the morning.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And it started at 5.
Right.
I'm officially
multiple fights.
Yeah. I'm officially old, and you could give me those tickets, and I wouldn't go because I am my dad now.
The only way I would go for an event that long is if you could leave the building, enter, watch a fight, then leave the building and go to a bar and then come back in. But they're not going to let you do that.
No. Scotty's with us. Good morning, Scotty.
Hey,
how you doing, buddy? And the Spanks, we're watching and listening. So the Spanks, I don't know if they heard the earlier segment. We led with the talking about the Spanks family.
The Spanks family. Is this Annette or Robert or Bob, as I think he goes by? Yeah. But in any case, you invited Joe, and Jimmy down to the Villages, and I'm trying to get Joe to warm up to the idea. I told him that you have an extra bedroom and that you'll put us up in the bedroom. So we're gonna plan that. We'll definitely get Joe down there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You know, for the people, I gotta say, watching Chris play golf is like watching fireworks shows, and he just gets up there, and if you're watching fireworks, you're waiting for that. You hear that poof go off, and maybe you see a stream going up, maybe you don't. Then all of a sudden, there it is on top, and it goes all over, and all of a sudden, you hear is oh, wow, everything. That's watching playing with Chris. It's like that. It was all the shots. It was.
Thank you.
So I wanted to get
I
back.
wish you all the luck, but
Well, we're all rooting for him, big
Yeah.
time. He's gonna wear the Good Morning Gloucester.
Yeah, guaranteed
Guaranteed
to
winner.
help me.
we wore the hats.
Well, you win
Yeah.
before you even
Yeah. I
hit a
mean,
ball if you're wearing
yeah.
the Good Morning Gloucester stuff.
We were wearing the hats, Joey, and somebody even said to us, "Joey's selling those hats."
The Spanks talked about. I taught you well about the move, the French
Exactly.
fry move.
Yeah.
So I want to just get back to the studio thing.
Yeah.
The studio closing early, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking to Faye.
Yeah.
And she told me that she's good friends with someone that owns a very prominent restaurant, a waterfront restaurant. I'm not going to say the name of it. And this restaurant owner, what he does is he promises summer staff a $2,400 bonus if they stay throughout the season, don't ask for any days off, and they work their schedule. No, don't ask for any days off from their schedule or ask to switch a shift. $2,400 in their pocket. I thought that was a pretty brilliant move.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
You got to get creative nowadays.
Yeah, you're providing an incentive for the behavior that you want, for the outcome that you desire.
I wish they did that with teaching. I can't tell you how many times where teachers took days off, and you kind of knew they were going to take days off,
Really?
and the school came up to you and said, "We don't have subs. You have to take their classes." And there was no extra pay for that because otherwise kids, there was nobody there. So they came up and said, especially with music, and they would do it with Pat, with the library.
Oh, you're the easy targets.
They would
You were
they
definitely
would
the
say
easy
with
targets.
we'll bring the class to you so they can stay in the library. But you have to do all this other stuff. Right. And there was no extra. And with music, they would say, well, it's just lessons. Cancel all those lessons. We need you up in the science room.
It would probably always fall on you because you guys are the easy targets because you have the room
Right.
and everything else.
But they didn't offer anything. I wish they like that. Boy, if they made some offers to some of these people, maybe they would stick around.
Yeah, I know.
I hear that, but that's
So the
pretty brave, pretty bold.
I talked to a lot of. Well, think about it. So there's X amount of dollars, and then you got to figure at least half of them don't make it through.
Yeah.
And then so just thinking of something. The
Arancini.
Sounds like
fucking Arancini's coming.
He said ball.
Annette.
No,
Well, if Annette's still on, Annette, can you reconfirm why you didn't invite Wayne to dinner at Charlie's that night? I forgot. Before you came on, I was telling everybody that you and your brother and sister didn't invite Wayne to dinner that night, and I forget the reason why you told me.
He might be looking. He may have.
Chris, this is your topic. Another topic
What?
for Chris.
Oh, what?
What is the top selling condiment in the United States?
Oh, yeah. So
Everybody guess.
What does everybody
guess.
think?
What is the top selling condiment in the United States?
Yeah, and not condoms, Jimmy. When I first posted this on our text chain, Jimmy said Trojan.
I'm gonna
I
be,
read it
I'm gonna be
wrong.
shocked if it's not. I'm not gonna say what I think it is. I'm gonna write it down, but I'm gonna be shocked if it's not the obvious one. So I want everybody to write. What do you think the highest? I want to make sure I say it right. The top selling condiment in the United States.
Yeah.
You got a pen?
Yeah, I found.
You good?
I found Pat's pen.
You already know this.
I already.
All right. Peter Tarantino says ketchup. Marky Leonard. Marky Leonard's with us. He bought a nice hat the other day.
Marky Mark.
Nice to see you, Mark. Scotty says barbecue sauce.
Jeez, interesting.
Salt. Is salt a condiment? That's a seasoning. I don't think
that's a good question.
I'm
Seasoning
saying
versus condiment.
I'm saying that's not a.
No, Jimmy,
mustard.
it's not Trojan.
No.
Stop saying Trojan.
All right, we're gonna give you 10 more seconds to answer.
If
Ranch,
anybody-
Paula Ryan O'Brien Ranch. That's random.
If anybody gets it
9,
right, they get a prize.
7, 6. Don't say that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Annie Roche on Under the
I
Gun
put
with
yellow
mustard.
mustard.
So you said mustard.
Yep.
I'm going ketchup.
Okay.
And what? And
the answer is the top selling condiment in the United States, bringing in $164 million, is mayonnaise.
only one to get it right, the Spanx.
The Spanx. Well, they have two. They said salt and mayonnaise. So which one is it?
Scotty says KY.
So
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Yeah. So there was an article in the Boston Globe the other day about Hellman's, and we've had this debate, Joe. Hellman's versus Cane's.
Yeah.
And Hellman's wins overwhelmingly. I'll get to that in a second. But someone said ranch, Paula Ryan O'Brien, ranch dressing is second place.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
This absolutely blows my mind. Just like the Modelo is the number one selling beer in the United States.
Yeah.
I have a hard time believing
in the United States.
I think that's what they said.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what they said. Modelo overtook Bud Light.
And guess what?
I'm like,
it's getting hard to get.
Modelo?
Yeah, because now I've been switching over to that instead of delicious Coors Lights all the time. And they tell me, they said,
can't keep it on shelf?
They said, we can't. Delivery next week. Delivery will be here next week.
That's amazing.
Keep it.
Wonder what that's all about.
Well, I think it surprised them too.
So this article in the Globe, they interviewed a bunch of chefs throughout Boston and asked them what mayonnaise that they use, and Hellman's
overwhelming
was overwhelming. Cane's was on the list, but it was like 5th or 6th. I mean, people.
Did Duke's make the list?
Duke's made the list. Duke's made the list.
So
Ken's mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Ken's mayonnaise.
Ken's is like all the salad dressing, so it wouldn't surprise me.
No, yeah, it's extra heavy. One of the chefs said.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it's on the.
So I'm curious if it's a money thing, because if you get say you have the option and say Cane's is $2.60 a jug.
Yeah.
And Hellman's is, $2 a jug.
Yeah.
Is it a money thing, or do they really feel like it tastes better? That's interesting. I'd like to hear from a chef on that.
Yeah.
Oh, so I know what I was wanting to say before. So you know about the whole the summer help thing?
Yeah, college students.
And offering that $2,400 bonus. There's a lot of restaurants that are open year round, and then like the summer places open up and offer grand bonuses and stuff, and it's really a push and a pull for the employer and the employee. The employer carries these people all winter when it's really slow, and maybe doesn't need to have them on, or pays their unemployment, and they go and collect and everything else.
Here's our guest.
Oh, is that Isabel?
Isabel.
Hey, Isabel.
Hi,
Isabel.
I'm not late, am I?
No,
the bright light's already on. So.
The bright light is on, kid.
Well, it's
How are you?
Thursday.
Good to see you again.
So you shouldn't have been drinking last night.
I mean, we're a drinking town with a fishing problem.
Yes, we are.
A drinking town with a fishing problem.
Yeah,
Actually,
we are.
Nice
Pleasure
to meet you.
yeah. We're going to talk about a race that's
I was
coming up.
gonna run here, but then I got stuck on a meeting, so I thought that would be.
You're probably in a lot of meetings. The number one reason I would never go into politics is meetings.
The number one reason I wouldn't go into politics is now that I've been
Privy to it. So yeah, disgusting.
it's very
Gross.
upsetting.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
What happens behind the
Yeah,
scenes?
no, thank
Well,
you.
it's not even that. It's just like you can do no right. Like no matter what I do, people are complaining. And I'm like, I'm not even a politician. I can't imagine what it's like to be mayor in this town. It must suck.
Yeah.
Worst job ever.
Yeah.
Worst job ever.
Yeah.
Definitely, and not just mayor. Like any job, it's like 50% of every decision you make.
Yeah.
50% of the people hate you.
Yeah.
It's like they're not even
yeah.
like you can't like win.
I was watching something or reading something on Facebook, the Gloucester Things group, people are talking about the water issues and the water's brown. And somebody finally commented, well, I finally called the city and here's the full, and I got here tons of information. And people were like, oh yeah, maybe we should do that instead of commenting on Facebook. Weird how that doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I've gotten to the point, we had the Manny's thing, Manny's post. He made a spelling mistake on a post. It was on Facebook.
Yeah.
Literally 30 people, like losing their minds, like editor, spell check, freaking out.
Yeah.
And I just like, this guy volunteers his time.
Right.
He's an unbelievable ambassador. He hands out the stickers on the, and he actually helps me pay for these stickers as well. Hands them out to everybody, very friendly, everything else. These people just eviscerating him. I've gotten to the point where I used to, in the beginning stages of the blog, all the naysayers and the nasty people, I would actually engage with them.
Yeah.
Now I very, very rarely engage with them. I just block them.
You can't do it.
And my life is so much better just blocking them. I just like, fuck you. You're out. You're out.
Yeah.
I don't like. What do I owe you? Do I owe you that you can see this content that everybody's creating? I don't think so.
And you're not trying to run away from debate or discussion. It's just
Rudeness.
how they say it.
Yeah.
How they say it, what they say.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So
it's got way better things to talk about. Like I always say, like, the conversations I want to talk about. I want to talk about like the awesome food we're gonna cook.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do with our family. What is it going to be? Is it boat weather or is it not boat weather? We're going to hang out at the beach. What are we doing?
Who's serving cold beers?
Yeah.
Ranch and mustard.
Ranch mustard.
Oh, yeah.
Or mayo.
That's right. Speaking of, we might as well get this out.
What's your favorite mayo? Hold on.
Favorite mayo?
Yeah, you just came in. What is it?
Kewpie. It's either Japanese or Korean. I can't.
Oh, I think that was on the list.
It's really
you say
good.
that.
It's really good. Kewpie.
Oh, like Kewpie doll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Why? What is this list?
No, so the Boston Globe had an article last week about mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And the fact that Hellman's is the number one.
Actually, it was the condiments.
Well, it's the most popular condiment in the United States.
Okay.
$164 million is spent each year buying mayonnaise. And here in New England, we have Cane's, which I think positions themselves as New England's favorite.
Yeah.
But yet, Hellman's is the top seller.
Outsells them,
Outsells them. And then the second most popular condiment was ranch. That's dressing.
Not surprising. I feel like that's a more recent thing too.
Yeah.
People are putting it on pizza and
exactly.
Stuff, which I'm like,
so they asked a bunch of chefs throughout Boston what mayonnaise they like. So there was a list, and the one that you had just mentioned was on there.
Kewpie's like not for mass batches of tuna salad though.
Okay.
Kewpie's like, if I'm going to make a lobster roll, I use Kewpie. Or like if I'm going to make an aioli, or if I'm going to dip French fries straight into mayonnaise.
Wow. Look, French fries and mayonnaise. We got to remember that.
That's a European thing.
Yeah, no, I like that. Good. I think,
better than ketchup, I think.
Wow.
But I dip my potato chips in ketchup.
Oh. She dips her potato chips in ketchup.
Wow. Potato chips?
Salt and vinegar.
Okay, so you're not a barbecue
I don't
potato
dip those
chip.
in ketchup. I do plain potato chips in ketchup.
You're not a barbecue potato chip, but you'll take a potato chip and put
dip
it
in ketchup. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like an extra.
Have you ever done that, Joe? Potato chips and
not
ketchup?
on purpose.
No. There's a kid that I know that buys those ketchup flavored potatoes.
Which are not the same.
Yeah.
I'm a purist.
Now, French fries. Are you a malt vinegar person on the French
I do
fries?
like malt vinegar, but I'm not going to dip them in mayo if I have malt vinegar on them.
I like dipping in mayo. The French fries.
Well, every place that you says garlic aioli.
It's mayonnaise. Yeah, with garlic in it.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
It's just a fancy way of saying mayonnaise with a little something
else.
Pietro.
Peter Canavo. Hot sauce. I put that shit on everything. French fries and mayo is definitely a European thing. We call that fancy sauce here. That's right. Hey, so did you get to the question?
No.
All right. So what?
We had to wait for you.
I thought the mayo was.
So if you're going to get it,
I interrupted first.
Got it.
No, we have several questions.
So we have several.
We do have several questions. So if you had a loofah in your in your shower,
Yeah.
what color loofah would it be?
Natural, undyed.
Like neutral
Oh,
color.
I'm thinking like real loofahs, not like you're thinking the plastic ones.
Yeah,
I don't
plastic.
do that shit. The
Okay.
real natural loofahs.
So like a
Which
nude color.
Yeah, which are brown.
Yeah,
They're-
no, what
yeah,
are
yeah.
you talking about? So that's the color. Okay.
Yeah, why?
Is on point,
What's the-
Pat?
Are you
Yeah.
familiar with the villages?
Okay.
down
There
in
it is.
Florida?
On point.
So according to the loofah code, when visiting the villages, Florida's swinger community in Florida, so I think that would most closely resemble the white, which would be, as far as the swinging goes, you'd be a novice.
A novice, you know,
Yeah.
that tracks because I am a novice at swinging. So
It doesn't lie.
yeah,
There you go.
they're right.
There's that. Have you, I love that.
Did you know what you were going to get yourself into?
I mean, you never know.
You never know.
I'm
Chris,
Good Morning Gloucester.
You are here promoting something, aren't you?
I am, but not swinging.
It's not part of Gloucester 400 plus?
I think that would be anti-promotion. I feel like part of swinging is like the mystery of it. You can't market swinging, right?
Oh, good point.
It has to be like an
Oh,
underground thing.
Jeez,
That's a great
maybe
point.
you aren't a beginner. Tell us more. And that we do have some swingers
we do
watching
have
now from the
professional
villages.
Incredible.
Professional swingers.
yeah, from the villages.
I might be recruited. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
watch
good.
out. Yeah, don't
Not
go down in
swinging.
the dark.
Today, anyway.
So there's that. The next question we have is: have you done the death row sub death row meal yet? No,
I don't know what that
you have.
is.
Okay, so you definitely haven't done it. All the podcast virgins answer. So you have to picture yourself on death row. The warden comes in, says, "Tomorrow's your day. Look at your sub from any sub shop
So
anywhere. It could be
that
a
wouldn't be my
sandwich
first
or a
choice,
sub.
but okay. All right. All
It
right.
wouldn't be.
But there's a two-part. There's going to be a
Okay.
meal afterwards. So,
Okay, this is my appetizer.
but it has to be at a. You have to name the place, and it can't be home cooked.
I'm the worst person to ask this question to.
Or a salad. I guess you could order a salad if you're more of a salad person.
No,
with chicken
fucking
on
salad.
top.
No, I just am not. I'm like, I mean, I guess it would probably be a St. Joe's.
St. Joseph's
Nice.
from Virgilia.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there you go. All right, death row meal. It has to be not just a random dish. What dish where? It has to be at a
Full death row meal.
from,
that's
from,
so
a, from a
tough.
restaurant. You got to name the restaurant and name the meal.
Probably Songli Zomakaze.
Oh, nice.
Legit.
Yes.
He is legit, and you'd feel good going out.
I'd feel expensive going out.
So
a
lot of people-
Taxpayers.
a lot of people like what use when they use it, and they maybe they eat healthy a lot of times, and then they say, I'm going to eat something really like decadent and not healthy for my going out meal. Steve Conti says Uncle Frankie's meatball sub. We haven't been there. Have you been there yet?
I have. I
Yeah.
got sandwiches. We were heading to Rockport for one of their music events, and we stopped in and got some sandwiches, and I thought they were great. I think I
their
reported.
pizza's really good.
We get
Yeah.
Really, really good.
We tried their pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has sweet sauce pizza now.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah, when
interesting.
he first opened, he didn't, but he went with the sweet sauce. So you now have the option.
Look at Pat. Look at what Pat's doing right here. She's pushing us along. Pat, are you pushing us along? So Pat is running the back end.
Got it.
She's getting very
You
nervous.
can
There we
put
go.
put
Time
it
to
up,
go.
Pat. Put the link up. So you're not just here for
For a hangout
for a
session?
hangout
No.
session. No,
Yeah.
you're actually
be
here
peppered with stupid questions.
to be peppered with stupid questions. We have one
That's
more
part
question.
of the
We
fun,
got-
though.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what keeps it authentic. I was just talking about this with someone. Like, if we were just presenting dry information the whole way through, no one would watch.
Right.
Right.
You never know what you're going to get with us.
But you, what is your role with Gloucester 400?
I am the events director.
Events director.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you keep your head on a swivel because every week there's
There's a lot of stuff. We don't plan all of it internally. I want to make sure we don't take credit for everything. We have a lot of amazing partners who have partner events. But this Sunday's event is our event that we planned internally. The athletics committee did a great job with it. The 1 mile downtown dash
Jeez.
around
I
downtown
might be able
Gloucester.
to do that.
Anyone can do it.
I mean,
That's
1
why.
mile.
That's why it's a mile.
it's
It's
inclusive.
very accessible. Yep,
It's
very
inclusive.
accessible.
Really?
So the beauty of it is the 1 mile thing, but the actual run itself is all throughout downtown.
2 loops.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
so the spectators will see you go by twice,
Nice.
and it's down Middle Street and Main Street, Pleasant and Short.
Yeah. That's great.
Starting and ending at the UU.
Yeah.
Town Meeting House Green. Yeah.
Will there be amazing medical professionals along the route just in case?
We'll have them at the start/finish, and if we need to carry you 400 meters to get there, we'll do it.
All right.
So is there entry fee?
It's $10 for adults, $5 for kids, and that's pretty much just to cover costs.
Very important.
Yeah. The Shed just called me this morning and let me know they're donating the porta potties. So thank you to Ellen at the Shed.
Ellen Ramsey.
Yeah, the Shed
comes up big all the time.
Yep. She's very supportive.
And so we have, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, Pat, On Point Pat, running in the background, has that link. You can register right at that link. Great job, Pat, by the way. We can never thank Pat enough.
I wonder how many of our viewers have pooped in a porta potty.
Probably the majority.
I think so.
If not, that's very impressive.
No, not my ex-wife, my wife, my current wife, definitely. She failed me yesterday.
She's not watching
so she failed me yesterday. I asked her to do something and she failed me. She is 100% the love of my life, the most wonderful woman, but she failed me yesterday. I asked her to take a photo with the Gloucester fishing shirt, and she said, and she's the most beautiful woman in the world, and she sends a picture. It's like it's dark, and she's got a wound on her face. Huh?
It's of her boob.
Oh, I was disappointed.
So Kate has pooped in a porta potty?
I'm saying that there's no way.
My wife has not either.
There's no.
That's
way.
very impressive.
Yeah, you've pooped in a porta potty?
Well, I'm a runner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You got to let it out before you start a race, or you're screwed.
Yeah.
We say I'm a part of the Notch Brewing Runners team. We're
nice.
a beer drinking team, but we're competitive.
Nice.
And you can't say good luck because that's bad luck. We say don't shit your pants.
Don't shit your pants.
Oh, wow.
There you
If
go.
you've ever seen someone at the end of a marathon with stains on the back of their pants,
I
you'll know
gotta
why.
tell you, when I was
The worst.
helping with the 400 driving the cart that day, and a few people asked if they could have a ride down to the Porta Johns, and you had like 15 of them in a row there.
Yeah.
It was interesting which one they picked.
You should always go to the first.
But
You
that's
should always
not what
go to
they
the
did.
first. That's why you should always go to the first, because people never go to the first. They always go
Go to
further
the
down,
middle.
so the first is always the cleanest.
They were going toward the middle. I dropped them off at the end, but they all walked, and I was kind of going. They all look alike. What?
Where else can you get this?
People
want
to hide
information?
themselves. You know, they want to be away from where people can hear them doing what they're doing and feel like they have privacy. So if you're brave, go into the first one, and it's going to be the cleanest. I promise you.
I mean, I was going to stick around and say, "Why'd you choose that one?" You know, but I went, "No, you can't."
So,
yeah, it's a little personal, I guess.
So Jimmy and we played golf yesterday, and I was walking behind him, and you had a shit stain. Is that why? Did you walk too much? You're not a runner, but I know you walk.
What do you mean, shit stain?
He had a shit stain on his shorts from walking up the hill.
It was probably a sweat stain. You said it was really hot. So were you perspiring? It wasn't a shit stain.
He's just.
What? Pat, do you have that video?
Pat, go to the tape.
Pat,
let's go to the tape.
Pat, you have to have that video.
He was perspiring. He was wearing those lightweight tearaways, tearaway pants that he likes to wear.
Pat, it's not saved on this end. Can you please get that video of Jimmy?
Oh, she says, I do. Give me a minute. So,
all right, so we're coming back to that.
We're
coming back to that.
Good job to bring that up.
I don't know why it wasn't part of the list anyhow. Pat
curates the list. Anything that she deems inappropriate doesn't make it to the show notes.
Okay, all right.
She's our filter.
She is the filter.
Everyone needs a filter. I probably should have one.
Okay, back to the run. I know as a coach.
Yes.
And a non-runner.
Oh, I kind of.
Do you know we won a World Series ring?
Oh, jeez. Okay, getting back.
How many? I can't tell what I can trust out of your mouth.
No,
I can't.
you can't.
We can't either.
I can't.
No.
Listen, we can't.
He told
either
us it was
with
a
him.
World Series ring.
He is the world's biggest exaggerator on the planet.
Big fish. All right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jim.
Well, yes. Ask your
Brian
question.
LaFata definitely has been pushing and talking to kids.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of students who are going to be doing this.
Oh,
too.
good. That's great.
That's a good
coaches are really pushing it too.
Yeah, it's open to all ages. So if people
Yeah.
want to get their kids into running, they can run the route with their kids.
A mile. Everybody should.
Everyone can do a mile.
Oh,
Half of it's downhill.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
what
thank
about?
God.
Wait, if there's a half that goes downhill,
That's all. That's all.
What goes-
Half of it's downhill.
Jimmy and I knew that yesterday when we climbed the hill. What
Yeah.
goes up, I'm
Yeah.
hoping has to come down.
Has to come down.
What's the running outfit in Gloucester that has the codfish on the is it
I
the
don't know
Gloucester
what that
Runners
is.
Club? Jen Brooks, Bob Gillis is a part of that. I know he is.
I would have to ask Bob. I'm not sure.
Ask him
I've
because
never
they
seen
must
it.
have a distribution list. I would say.
Yeah, we sent it out to the Fiesta 5K list as well. So hopefully some people show up from there.
How many pairs of running shoes do you have?
Personally,
Yeah.
6.
Oh yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
What's your go-to sneaker?
For racing, it's a Nike Vaporfly. For training right now, it's the Brooks Ghost.
Brooks.
And then you have trail shoes and
So
Skechers. Any Skechers in there?
No Skechers.
I have a question. So my wife, my beautiful wife Kate, which we always acknowledge is the most beautiful woman in the world, she has sneakers, and they look like they're perfectly fine. And she says, "I need a new pair of sneakers." And I say, "What are you talking about? There's like the tread is all there." She said, "No, they're like 6 months old, or they're so over many months old. She goes, they're no good anymore."
When you do a certain number of miles on them, even if the tread looks okay, they're worn down in the cushion.
Ah, so it's true.
It's like tires, Joe. Even though the tire looks good, you need to put new tires on the car.
There you go. All right. Pat has the video ready.
All right, turn up the volume.
All right, Pat, give it to us.
I found Jimmy's ball. Where the hell is Jimmy? Jimmy! Oh, what are you doing in there? Oh, Jesus. Wow. What did you do in there? Your ball's right here. Oh, look. He's
I was busy.
Oh, you got it on your shoe, too.
Oh, jeez.
Jimmy!
Doing coming out with it.
See?
What is wrong with you?
Also, what golf
He's
course has a
surprised
porta potty in the
Beverly
middle
Golf
of
and
it?
Tennis. That's
Seems
Beverly Golf and
interesting.
Tennis.
He surprised me.
He's
And
So
earlier we were talking about how it was important to keep the game up, and he was very impressed by how I was doing it. So I had to hurry up.
No, that's when I saw the shit stain on his pants, and I
Oh,
said,
my
"Jimmy,
God.
you got to go into the porta potty and take care of yourself."
Terrible
So,
humans.
Look, the one time I play it with you guys, sorry, I apologize.
Again, I run, so we talk about poop all the time. I don't know. I'm fine with
that,
this conversation.
So runners talk. Wow, I get yelled at a lot on
No,
this
but
show
if
for
you're a
talking
distance
about
runner,
poop.
if you're going up mountains, if you're doing all like Jen Brooks she did some kind of crazy mountain run. I don't know what it was. I saw the videos and like,
What's running have to do with poop?
When your
If
blood
it's
gets
distance.
flowing
Really?
and you're doing it for many hours.
That
distance
stimulates
running.
the.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone needs to poop, you would recommend that they run? Like someone constipated?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
I think
it'll help.
if anyone in town is constipated, come join us on Sunday. two short laps around downtown Gloucester.
Oh, this is
potties
this is going to be a
donated
shitty
by-
event. This is going to be a
Very
shitty event.
Porta
Well, think
potties donated.
Think about it. You eat all that pasta when you're training for a long thing. So
Yeah.
you're fueled,
Yeah.
and
Jeez.
it's
I
time.
never put-
It's time.
Only
What are
you
gonna
guys can turn that into a good
And
thing.
you know what? Jimmy's going to donate to follow his time and follow the runners with
With
the
the
shovel
Oh,
and the
that's nice.
Poop
like the
scooper.
horse. Yeah. Jimmy, will you do
That's
that?
very
Sure.
thoughtful.
All right.
I would do that.
All right. Good.
Is it what other events are coming up with Gloucester 400 that should be on people's radar?
Yeah, so we are rescheduling Captain's Courageous, which we had to postpone, which was is being projected on the sale of the schooner adventure
Oh,
on
wow.
the wharf down at
That's
Maritime
cool.
Gloucester. So stay tuned
Is there
for
going to be
when that's
alcohol
going to
served there?
happen. No,
No.
no alcohol
They
served.
should, so how do they get it when they have the schooner festival thing and they serve booze down there?
There's different permitting and different vendors that come down and do it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
So it's called the Yeti
this
event,
is more of
Joe.
a family friendly. I didn't hear that. Family friendly event. So stay tuned for when that will be rescheduled for Schooner Fest. I mean, we're partners on that. You should definitely be down there for everything and anything. Get your tickets. Go to their website. It's at Maritime Gloucester's website.
Book a sale.
Book a sale.
Because
It's for sure.
these ships that come here from other places,
Yeah.
they're giving up weekends in their home port. So
Yep.
make it worth their while so they want to come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? I love our Scooter Lannon and our Ardell and our Adventure. But you get chances to ride on them. So it's cool to spread it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
And taking off my Gloucester 400 hat for a second and putting on my Gloucester Fireworks hat. We are trying to do a reprise of the 4th of July's planned
wow.
Fireworks, not a reprise of the fog. But we need donations to do that. So if you go to the Gloucester Funds website, you can donate there.
Is it www.gloucesterfunds.com?
Gloucester Fund, singular.
Gloucester Fund. Pat?
Let me just make sure that it's .com and not .org. I should know this, but I don't.
So when you say a reprise, you make it.
So it was supposed to be an extra, thegloucesterfund.org. It was supposed to be an extra large show. It was an extra large show, actually, not supposed to be for the 400th year. We actually, some of us on the crew, we volunteer our time anyways to put the fireworks off, but we're donating our own money also to try to get it to be back to where it should be.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're simple people, us fireworks people. So if we can donate, I think other people can too.
On a microcosm, what we do here on the blog, right? We have to repopulate the blog every single day. It just comes like the tide. It never stops.
Yeah.
Like you may think you have a week planned of posts, a week and a day, you have to come up with more posts, right?
Yeah.
It's just like raising money for the fireworks or anything else. Like it goes away. Like, all right, we got to replenish the.
Do it again.
Yep. I know how that goes. It's like just relentless.
So that'll be part of Schooner Fest weekend. That's on the 2nd, September 2nd. And then let's see, what else do we have going on? In October, I'm personally really excited for our Celebration of Place, a Cultural Heritage Festival, which will be at Stage Fort Park, October 7th and 8th. It's a celebration of all of the varied cultures we have in town. We'll have representation from a wide range. Not just, we will definitely have Italian, Sicilian, and Irish there, but we will also have,
don't forget the Portuguese.
we will also have Portuguese. We will also have Afghani.
Soup to nuts.
Brazilian,
Will there be food?
everything in
Huge
between. There will be
huge
food.
Can you drink there?
We won't have alcohol,
I
but
just
it'll be
thought
at 10 to 5.
Jimmy's out.
So we'll have recommendations for where you go after 5 p.m.
The food is great.
We have a full schedule of events already for that, which we'll be posting online shortly. Most of it is performed song and dance, some theater also. And then that's in addition to the vendors that we'll have there, which will be showing cultural crafts. They'll also be showcasing some of our local history. We're working with Wellspring House. I believe that we'll be able to reprise their Wellspring Freeman history boards. We'll have some family stories. We have kids from the school system presenting some of their families' recipes.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be great.
So if there's someone in the community that is of a different ethnicity and they wanted to be involved,
email us. Yep. So you can email events at gloucesterma400.org or the info at email, which is on our homepage. We're a small team, so if you email info at, it gets to me within a day.
Cool. Yeah. So if any of the stuff that we've been talking about as far as Gloucester 400, the website is really well done, and there's calendars. For all the people that say I didn't know,
Right.
I didn't know. The calendar is very visible and is populated all the time. So it's kind of on you. Like we talk about the stuff, we post stuff from them all the time. So you have to just take a little bit of a step and do a little research, because the work that they've been doing, I couldn't imagine how many man hours they have into getting these events to put together.
And for the people who are complaining and bitching, we're going to automatically put you in charge of something next year, and we'll see how good you do.
Yep.
I mean,
it's great.
Since you're being so critical and you can do so much better.
At the October thing,
Go
get the
for it.
golf cart. I'll drive it.
All right. We're in.
I had a good time with that.
You
Yeah.
did.
What did you do?
Drove the golf cart at the
No,
Fisheries Festival
I
down at
was
the State Fish
volunteering
Pier.
my time, and we were helping the people. You know, you had kids or had trouble walking, driving up, and we had a little loop, and I was having a good time, just pointing out certain
You
things.
told me that, and I couldn't believe it. They didn't do the background check. You drove a golf cart in Key West
With
and
kids.
killed.
If you did a Corey
and
check
killed-
on him, he'd be all over.
Remember-
Yikes.
Everybody
All
would
right.
go
Off the
to,
volunteer
everybody's going to
list.
jail.
Remember,
Yikes.
he killed the roosters down at Key West, and they let him drive a golf cart
Listen,
here in
he didn't
Gloucester.
kill the roosters. He killed the baby chickens.
The baby, he backed
And then they
over
backed
it.
over him.
Yeah, because he
He
didn't
saw
know if it
him.
was
He's
dead or
like-
not.
Yeah,
He
he's
saw
like-
them and immediately just said,
He
I
hit
got to
him.
reverse.
And then he says, I got to put them out of their misery. He backed
You
over
still
I
them.
have
can't
that
hear
picture,
this.
Joe?
It's terrible.
Joe, do you still have that picture?
I'm going to have to reprise it. If I do,
Listen,
I go to my Google Photos and I type in
I
Key
thought there was
West.
a court order that wasn't supposed to be shown.
You cannot be on a golf cart.
That's
So Joe, we
got great reviews. Rave
what?
reviews of his golf cart skills.
You did?
On Fisheries
Are you
Festival.
sure? I don't know. I think you're just trying to butter
I
him
was
up.
having a good time. I told people that if they
Were
take
you drinking? Were you
no,
drinking?
I told them if they take golf cart rides, you get a free lobster trap, pick any one they wanted. And I was
There it is.
by.
There it is. The squished
Oh,
chickens.
no,
right
no,
there.
no, no,
See?
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
He hit him.
Look at
And
all
he-
the guts. All the
no,
guts
no,
are
no,
squished
no,
out
no.
of them.
We can talk about poop all day. I
Yeah,
can't look at
but
baby
not dead
chickens that
chickens.
are dead. No.
And look at the mother pecking around the poor
Oh,
baby.
God.
Poor baby.
No.
So Joe, we have two things: the Saisies and the number one topic of today.
I think that we should let what's okay. Go ahead.
No, we were going to talk about the face cloths.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Why don't we? Oh, we could I'll start with her. Do you have a face cloth in your shower?
No.
Your hand towel.
No.
So this is a
Are you
debate.
married?
No.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Okay. So there's no controversy there. So there's no controversy.
What are you talking about? Sharing people wiping their
Yes.
butt and then wiping their
Yeah.
face?
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
So Joe and I were debating the other day about face cloth or no face cloth in the shower, and I don't have a face cloth in my shower, but Joe does.
He has one bar of soap.
Yeah.
But my
there's
wife
no
has
face
her.
cloth.
She uses pump soap.
Yeah.
So she does not use my soap. My soap is my soap, and no one else's soap.
Yeah.
But so my
I'm taking
point.
notes for when I do end up with a boyfriend
So that's the
who
thing.
shares my shower.
That's the thing.
2
You
washcloths,
have
2 soaps,
2 washcloths, and make sure they're different color.
so that you know.
Get
Yeah.
white ones. That's the
That
key.
sounds like a bad idea. White one?
No, because you want to know.
Oh God.
Jesus. But I told Joe, I said, all right, I don't have a washcloth, but he does. So how often do you wash your washcloth? And he goes, well, when I'm done with it, I rinse it off and I hang it and let it dry
Couple
you
times.
never-
I get a couple times.
a couple
Okay.
times.
I
So
was going to say you never wash your washcloth.
No,
Okay.
of course. That's
Okay.
ridiculous.
yeah, but you can't tell me that by washing it under the water after you
Okay,
do
wait a
all
second.
your
You put
things-
you put it in the washing machine, and it goes like this with the soap. What's the difference between me putting soap on it and going like this and holding it up to the thing and it's spraying on it?
We're going to send it to the lab.
All right, I'm
You
gonna bring my thing in, my
And
washcloth.
I'll
in.
get my microscope from high school, and we're going to put it
And
under
I'm going to bring in those slates that they used to do over there, and that's how you wash them. I'm going to bring that, and then you two are going to do that.
Yeah, so we're curious for people who are still on and they're listening. Do you use a face cloth or a
hand towel.
hand towel, washcloth in the shower, or are you a pure soap person?
And I guarantee you, Pat didn't upload the video that I sent to her.
I think she did. Oh, the video?
No, I sent the video, yeah, of the people who were talking about it. So we have confirmation from a friend of ours
Right there.
right there.
They live on Rocky Neck. We won't.
That is the shared
It's a family of 4.
communal
Family-
No,
for 4
no.
people.
No,
Oh, it's
Tell me
5
that.
people. 5 people.
they don't use the same shower. But look, I meant to comment on the hair pick. Who needs the hair pick?
That's probably the son that is in the band.
No, he doesn't use that shower.
I was gonna say, if they have young kids, it might be
the
a nice
parents.
So
But we get
we got confirmation that they only have one hand
and they
towel.
both use it.
We don't know that. We
Yeah.
don't know that. But that's the question you need to ask. See, his towels for men versus women. Women has one for the face, one for the hair, one for the body, one for the hands. Men, did I just wipe my butt with this side or the other side?
See, at least with a bar of soap, when you're done with it, you can hold it up under the water and take that first layer.
So Charlene says that she uses the same bar of soap that you put up your butt when you're cleaning your butthole. That's your wife.
I don't think that's what she said.
What? No, that's what she said. Just soap. Yeah, 1 bar of soap. That's what she just said.
No, she uses the pump soap. And I use the Irish Spring bar soap.
Ooh, that's
Irish
rough
Spring
on
is
your skin.
it's way too drying.
Yeah.
You gotta go
Well, I
to
use Irish Spring.
That's why my butt's itchy.
yeah. You gotta switch it up. No, you gotta use
I need
Dove.
something with more moisturizer.
Yeah. You're gonna get wrinkles in your face
Too late.
after you
Is there
clean
topic
your butthole with it and you clean your face.
Okay, is there a topic you want to bring up?
Uh,
That we're not talking about
Yeah.
buttholes.
So
Go ahead.
no, well, Steve Conti and his
Oh,
wife
God, well,
both use the pump soap.
Pump soap.
See the
There you
pump
go.
soap. Yeah.
So pump soap might be the way to go now that I think about it, because you can pump it in your hand, and even if it goes up your chikwatsa, it's not.
So all right, you use
Not to be at the festival.
you
that's
use a
gonna be
washcloth
October.
in the shower.
No
you do your thing.
handcrafted soaps at the festival, sadly.
Handcrafted.
Sadly.
I recently went to one that has the oatmeal in it, so it shaves off the dead skin.
A little scrubby.
Yeah, a little scrubby. It's
Interesting.
nice. Yeah.
So, all right, you're done with your thing. You come out of the shower. Now, what do you do with your towel? So that's my second question.
I use my towel for at least 3 or 4 cleans.
I do too. I hang it up because it's got to dry properly.
Dry. I
You
hang,
put it
I
in
hang
the-
mine over the bar, so it
Yeah.
gets maximum,
Me too.
not
But-
scrunched up
But
in
the
this.
drying process, do you take your towel? How far up your culo does it go to dry out your culo?
I don't go deep with the towel.
I don't
It's
either.
more of a superficial thing.
Yeah.
I'm not digging with the towel. I am not digging with the towel. It's not happening. Jimmy, how about you, Jimmy?
And the
Let's
advice-
go to the tape. We can't listen. We can't believe anything he says anyway.
Yeah.
He exaggerates.
Yeah. He probably uses the World Series towel to
Yeah,
wipe his
yeah,
butt.
the Mets one. The
Yeah,
Mets
the
game.
Mets, the crying
limited
towel.
edition. Only for the most integral part of winning the World Series team.
Oh,
And the advice
God.
of my attorney,
The numbers are going way up, Joe. I think people like this.
People are
poop
interested
towel
in
talk.
this.
Yeah. No, so honestly, once you, if you ever, become, whatever, it's just
Oh,
something
in a
to be
relationship, yes.
something to
yeah,
be
yeah,
aware
yeah.
of.
I mean, that is a goal eventually. So, mental note.
There's no pressure or anything. It's,
Thank you.
Charlene,
Really makes
Chris's
me
wife is
relax.
like, "Oh my God, goodbye." Chris's wife is out.
Oh, no,
She's done.
please don't ruin our numbers, honey.
No, it's
You gotta
not from
stay
the
on.
show. She's talking from you.
Oh boy.
Oh, gee. Yeah.
This just came in over the wires. I'm reading it as we speak. The Gloucester 400 race, the 1 mile run, sponsored by Oil of Olay. Yeah, you got the new thing. There.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
God.
Are you a
I
roast?
mean, I signed up.
Are you a roast beef person?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what is your go-to roast beef?
Beefy boys.
Oh, the truck.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
Peter
had it.
shoot. His
Yeah.
fucking last
Like a
name. excuse me.
Lopalopoulos.
Is he related to
Nico-
Chris Lagakanakanakanopoulos?
Yeah.
They're related? Okay, there you go.
Well, they're Greek.
And what's the order?
3-way.
Regular,
Yeah.
regular 3. Extra
I usually
sauce?
do a
No?
junior.
Junior 3-way.
Yeah.
No extra sauce.
No.
I like a lot of sauce, but a lot of these places nowadays, when you say extra sauce, it's like it comes in the thing.
Yeah,
and it's,
no, I can't do
Yeah.
that.
Too-
It's too much.
too
I'm a
much.
messy enough eater as it is.
especially if you're going to drive.
But that's a good. People should be planning on where they're going to go out after the race for dinner.
Yeah, good point.
It's going to be early enough. You're going to be hungry. It's going to be early enough in the night that you're not going to be fighting the crowds,
Yeah.
especially the main street restaurants, because the traffic's going to be shut down during the race.
Oh,
so
wow.
you won't get.
Traffic's going to be
You'll be
horrible.
you'll be the rush in. So the Franklin, passports. What else we
Short
got
and
down
pretentious.
there? Oliver's,
Oliver's, Tono, Drift,
Short and
Oh, yeah.
Main.
Short and pretentious.
jalapenos,
I love Short and Main. They're one of my
Franklin.
You know what? The food
jalapenos.
is the bars. I love the bar there. I love the anchovies, and
Yeah.
the bread, and
Oh.
the pizzas.
Yeah,
Actually
they're
fantastic.
exactly. They're
It
one of
is
my
really
favorite
good.
places in town.
It's just they have to teach the bartenders there not to be so ridiculous when they make a drink. It just drives me up the wall.
Part of the show, part of the experience.
They're
just-
good drinks.
Just be regular. Just like the Baldwin Bar.
The
Another
Bar.
place.
Yeah, in
that
Woburn.
place. We have to go.
Oh, I was
there.
like,
Yeah,
The Baldwin
am I
Bar's
sleeping on this on Main
Chinese
Street?
food.
Got it.
If you
Okay.
haven't gone, you got to go.
yeah, Chinese food place, and they're a James Beard winner for cocktails.
Oh, the Baldwin Bar.
Yeah, the Baldwin. Bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna write this down.
it
Oh,
is.
it's
I'm going
highly
to tell you something
recommended.
like a special birthday place or whatever. So half of the places a Chinese food restaurant, half the places they get craft, and it's in
Beverage.
a huge, like a really really old house that they maintained all of the woodwork.
Yeah,
So a lot of the rooms are broken up. It's unlike anything
yeah.
anywhere. So look it up on Instagram and you'll
All
get a
right.
feel for
Their,
it.
Done.
their drinks are art. Their
Yeah, I
drinks
like
are art.
that.
Yeah.
I like a good
And everyone
cocktail.
is different.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't say anything
Sorry.
dirty.
I
Sorry.
was just looking because I just opened up my notes app. another quick plug for something to do this week. Tonight, Queendom is doing their first drag invasion since the pandemic at Castle Manor Inn.
Oh, that's
You have
right.
to
That's
call.
tonight?
That's
Yeah,
tonight.
that's right.
Call Castle Manor for tickets or swing by for tickets. And that's tonight. I don't remember the time. I think it's 7, but don't quote me on that.
Call them. That's one of our favorite places.
They're great, and they did a really nice job with their new patio
The
area.
patio.
Yeah,
We had breakfast
yeah, really
out there
nice.
We
a
are
couple months ago.
huge fans
Yeah.
of that place.
Yeah.
Huge. James
It's
Gattuso
breakfast.
and
It's breakfast.
his
Really good.
Dan Lavala, the chef, and Kaylin, the events manager there.
Oh, she's amazing. Boy,
She's like this big, and
she's
if I was going to hire an events manager today, my list would start with her.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Unflappable. No, for
I at
for,
least get a second place,
for
right?
no for dinner, like
Sure.
for dining stuff.
Yeah.
Kaylin,
I mean, I
really,
see how he's trying
she's
to figure out of it.
she's
Uh-huh.
unflappable.
No, she does a great job. They do a really great job there. A couple
Amazing.
of friends have gotten married there. It's really
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
And I've been to Sam's before the pandemic drag show, and he does a very, very good
Wait,
job.
is that something you do? I know you're doing events planning for this. For
I'm
this
also
thing.
a private event planner.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So I just had the past 2 weekends. I had weddings. Yep. I do the
Oh.
whole event design. I mean, I can do anything.
We could do a whole podcast about bridezillas.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
How do you even?
Well, it's usually not the brides; it's their moms that are worse.
Really?
Yeah.
The
And then
child-
the brides are stressed out and upset because of whether it's their mom or someone's mom or their aunt or someone's upsetting the bride, and they're then stressed out because of that. Which it's the poor bride.
Interesting.
Stressful enough to have to get married.
So what's the name of your company?
Hedon.
Hedon.
Mhm.
Like as in hedonism?
Oh
Mhm.
Jesus! I knew it was going there.
Joe.
That's
hedonism.
exactly
Right when
where-
she said it.
We're reclaiming the
Joe
term.
went to hedonism 100 years ago and he didn't know what he was getting into. He didn't read the brochure well
I
enough.
thought it was Club Med. I was fucking horrified. I thought it was it said adults only, so it's like, oh, this is great. This fucking no fucking rugrats are gonna be destroying my fucking time here. Terrible. Don't ever go.
I am not
ever.
affiliated. Just to
You're
be
not
clear,
even-
Don't.
not
I'm gonna
affiliated.
tell anyone: do not ever go to hedonism. It is fucking horrific.
I am
You-
trying to plan a vacation. I'm gonna look into it.
You what?
I'm trying to plan a vacation.
Don't go
You
there.
have to be a partial swinger. If you're a
Oh, yeah,
beginner,
no,
if you're
no.
a beginner
Yeah, you
swinger,
gotta
They
go
won't
all
let
the
me
way
in.
in.
They won't let me in.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need
I
to
could tell
be-
you stories.
I'll fail the interview.
you need to be a
Right.
purple loofah person in order to book the hedonism.
Yeah, maybe the
St.
black
John's.
one.
Go to St. John's.
I actually was just looking into St. John's because
Yeah.
I was thinking I want to go somewhere that's relaxing, that I'm not going to be stressed about doing
Check.
cultural stuff.
Yep.
And I want to be able to do kiteboarding, surfing, scuba diving, that kind
I'm
of
going
stuff.
to tell
So
you something right now. St. John
Yep.
checks off
everything.
all
Yeah.
the boxes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Private beaches, hiking, like 15 minutes. Like you do a 5-minute hike through like woods and it opens up to a like Niles Beach, and you're the only you and your whoever
Yeah.
you're with.
That's the
is
dream.
The only people on
That's
it.
the dream.
And they have these open air buses that like it's like a couple bucks take you
Everywhere. Yeah, you can just
anywhere.
hop on and go where you need to go.
In the downtown Cruise Bay, there's
Mhm.
like 30 great bars with music. You just go from this one to
Yeah.
that one to that one to that one, and the food is not.
That's all I
outri-
want. Music, beach,
Yep.
water sports.
You can't smoke cigars on the beach, though. So, are you a cigar smoker?
I actually do smoke cigars on occasion.
Whoa.
On occasion.
Nice.
But I wouldn't smoke one at the beach.
No,
Yeah.
we tried to, and we almost got shot at.
Reprimanded. Yeah, but that was only at the ones with the popular beaches. You can go.
Oh, that was at hedonism.
Oppenheimer Beach is one of the nicest beaches. Speaking of the
In
Oppenheimer movie, in
St. John?
St. John. Yeah, the guy that
Writing this down.
you know what? We could give you a list of 10 different beaches.
Great. I mean, I do feel like I could probably ask anyone in town and they've all been. I feel like I'm the
Yeah.
only one who hasn't been to St. John.
Oh yeah.
Listen, outside of Hawaii, and we know what Hawaii takes to get to.
Yeah.
Like 2 days,
Well, and you
basically.
shouldn't be going to Hawaii right now anyways, but yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you can go to other islands. But anyway, put all that aside. The trip, you can get to St. John easy. And
Yeah,
it's
right.
easily out of all the islands I've been to and all the Mexican and all the Caribbean. That's the spot.
All right.
That's the spot.
Sold.
Yeah.
Sold.
You don't have to rent a Jeep. We rented a Jeep. The second time I went with my wife just now, we didn't rent a Jeep, and I felt like I could have gone either way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to have your own little
Yeah, but like it's literally like there's one road.
So easy, and they
you know
have
what I
that
mean?
bus,
And they're gonna the bus is
And I want to be drunk, so
yes.
do I need to have a
yes.
car? No.
So Jimmy, we're gonna let her do one
Oh.
Sazy.
Sure, she needs to
So
do
you're gonna read one Sazy.
Oh, I like this person's.
I know, right? Look
That's
at-
really nice.
I know.
Yeah,
this
I want to
one.
know how they did that.
That's from the Stang Rooms from 144 Moody Street in Waltham.
Jimmy, can
It's
I
pretty.
have an extra sticker?
So I'm looking for one that has. Okay, I'm gonna give you this one.
All right,
You read the name of the person, and Jimmy's gonna do the
And
rest.
here's,
And I'm opening
here's your
it?
sticker.
Yeah, this is a
See that?
Sazy. Wait, first of all, I'll give you the where are we, Jimmy? Right here. So you'll understand exactly what we're doing here.
Sazy report time. Sazy, self-addressed stamped envelope to Good Morning Gloucester, 95 East Main Street here in our fair city, Gloucester, 01930. And you can get one of these. That's right. One of our best die cut and stickers here. It's our best one. Don't miss out. Sazy report.
In case anyone doesn't know what a Sazy is, what is it, Jim?
Self-addressed stamped envelope.
To 95 East Main Street, Gloucester, Mass. Thanks, Jimmy. All right, there you go. So
I'm good to
now
open
we
it?
love it when people get we rate them now. So some people just send in the Sazy and there's no note.
got it.
We're happy
That
that
is-
we're happy that they send it in, but we love it
Yeah.
when they send the notes. So we're gonna see
Okay.
if yours has a note. Before you ruin the names, you have to read the name.
Staying room. Is that a real name?
I don't know.
Staying room
From Waltham.
from Waltham, Moody Street, Waltham. I like all of this.
Moody
Staying
Street.
room on Moody Street.
Yeah.
Is that a restaurant?
I
Main Street to
sounds
Moody
like a
Street.
dive
Remember
bar, which is my
Jordan's
favorite place.
Furniture?
That sounds like a bar in hedonism.
All right, let's see. I don't know.
Oh,
No.
No.
Womp,
Staying
womp,
room.
womp.
You were cool until
That's
that
it.
moment.
So they get
they
wa-
have a nice stamp though.
They do?
It's a nice little
Well,
watercolor
and-
stamp.
Oh, that is a
Looks
nice
like it's from a private artist.
And they
perhaps.
really did go.
They did.
They
Yeah.
went above and beyond. We've never had anything like that, like a printed. What was that?
that's that light that goes out.
Oh, okay.
It's
All
a
right.
ghost.
All right. So we're 0 for 1 on the. Did you put a sticker in there?
I just did.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Jimmy's going next.
I have Robert Scary from Medford, Massachusetts, and he's got another one. Look at it. It says, Joey, I love how they get in here.
Oh, you're
But it
reading.
says on the back, thank you. Keep up the great work and the Gloucester News.
Nice.
What is RS?
That's him. Robert E. Scary, Rest Jr.
All right.
So I opened it up, and
just
just
an
the
envelope.
envelope.
All right.
But there was a note on the back.
There was a note. There was a note.
Yep. There it is.
Well-
And God bless America.
Robert Scary. So he said Robert. I wonder if he's a Bob or if he's a Robert. Keep up the good news. We like that. We got a note there. All right. So he gets a sticker.
Oh, we got
And this is, well, we're not sure where it's from, but it says, Joey, at the dock.
Jimmy, do you mind if I chime
I
in?
know, Jimmy. Jesus.
Oh,
Jimmy.
yeah,
You just
go
stepped
ahead.
all over
Oh,
his
you-
lines.
You can't do all of
You
these,
stepped
Jimmy.
all
stole
over his
it.
lines,
Okay.
Jim.
This is from Denise Nichols. Oh, in Gloucester. Says, Dear Joey, the show wouldn't be the same without GMG Chris and GMG Jimmy. We love them very much. Please pay them more for all their time and effort. They are very instrumental to the success of the Morning Gloucester each day, each week, every year. Thank
You
you.
didn't put a. I
Thank
would be
you.
remiss in there. You should have thought.
Sorry.
You almost hit for the cycle.
But then she says, I'd like 2 Good Morning Gloucester stickers. 2.
Ooh.
2. Oh, and she calls them decals.
That's
Are
all
they
right.
decals?
Listen, she went through the effort.
She did.
Is it
I think
typed or
they're
is it handwritten?
synonymous.
It's typed.
Typed. Hey,
But hand signed.
totally.
Hand-signed.
I
Professional.
like this.
I mean, look, she
I
even
like
has
this.
a format correct.
Yes.
The date in the upper
Who does
right-hand
that
corner.
anymore?
I
I don't even use the right. I don't even capitalize anymore
That's
when
a
I send
7.
it.
Yeah,
That's a
very
You're
professional.
going 7. I'm going
I go
8.
7.
I'm going 8 because I don't think we've ever had one hand typed and with the
Well,
proper.
I like the sound, but the details. You know.
Uh-oh.
All right, and that
I
was
think she already licked the
Uh-oh.
Oh, you got to sneak it
Yeah.
in.
If
Oh,
you can't,
You
don't
can
worry
tape
about
over
it.
it.
yeah, we can tape over it as long as
And
this.
the last
All
one,
right, here-
well,
I think
that
it's
what we
because
have.
of the humidity.
This is Joey, and it doesn't have a address, but when I look, it's a Margaret DeMarco
Okay,
from
you have to
Chelsea,
go.
Maine.
Oh no, I just
Chelsea, Mass.
Mass. Sorry, Chelsea, Mass. And she wants one sticker, but no.
No. All
No,
right.
no.
So she gets a 4.
Right. Oh, yep.
That's all right.
A 4.
So what do we give this guy? He did no
I like
note,
the
but
marker.
he gave the marker and he said keep up the good work. So he's a 6, 5,
6.
5.5, 5.5.
We're grading him?
Yeah, we're grading them.
I give him a 6.
Oh, I didn't know we graded him.
We're grading them. All right. There you go. We got that going for us, which is nice.
Oh, look at what time it is.
Is it 10?
10:30.
We've been going for an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me right now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we got to wrap.
Oh,
Look
And
at
there's
that
a
time.
boat
see
coming
that?
in.
It's your mother.
Yeah.
She can't get on.
Hold on. I got to silence that. I'll get right back to you, buddy. All right, Jimmy, you want to hop right in here?
Sure.
So let's just do a quick recap on
Sure.
the race. The race is
On Sunday, 5 p.m., downtown UU Church. You can register via the link that was put in the chat. It's also on the Gloucester 400 calendar. $10 for adults, $5 for kids. 1 mile, 2 laps around downtown Gloucester.
there. You go. Here's the. I got it on the wrong one. So there's that Gloucester 400. Literally, for all your information, I don't want to hear one more person saying I didn't know about something. Go to the site. It's on you if you don't.
Address isn't
I-
there.
I get eviscerated on a daily basis if I don't put the correct, like an advert, like say, oh, go to Tono for this amazing
Yeah.
thing, and then inevitably there's
Where's
5
Tono?
people that says, "Where's Tono?" I'm like,
Yeah.
come on.
Google.
Come on.
Do you know there's a link that you can send that says "Let me Google that for you," and you put it in, and you send it to them, and it pulls up Google and automatically puts it into the search bar and presses enter for them. It's very passive aggressive, but it's beautiful.
Wow. Jeez. I didn't
Let me
know
Google
about
that for you.
It's an
I'd
acronym. It's the
share it
acronym.
with you, but I'll let you Google it.
Nice. All right,
It's
Jimmy.
called Let me
Let me
Google
Google
that.
that for you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Go ahead, Jim.
Ladies and gentlemen, no piping plovers nor horn in the making of today's podcast. Thank you.
Nice.
Little town with big news. 411 come get the scoop. Wake up with Joe and the rest of his crew. It's good morning, Gloucester, to you. Oh, it's good morning, Gloucester, to you. I say good morning, Gloucester, to you. Good morning, Gloucester, from over the